Okay guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'm going to show you guys the new best XP strategy in Black Ops 6. And what you guys are going to want to do is come to select mission, come down to Jingle HELLS and come into a solo game. And then just choose any class that you want to use, guys. I do recommend the GS45s, but I'm going to start off with an AK-74 and then actually use the GS45s in-game once we can buy them and pack-a-punch them. But just load into a game of solos on Jingle HELLS and I'll show you exactly what it is that you want to do. Okay, so now we're in game. I'm personally going to turn off the Rampage Inducer just to get through the first few rounds a little bit faster. You guys don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you don't feel like you're confident enough to go through the first rounds with it on or whatever, you don't need to turn it on. It's not a crucial step for what we are going to be doing. But I just prefer it because it does get us through the first rounds a little bit faster. Gets us a little bit of essence faster, and we can go ahead and get to the pack-a-punch room quicker and just overall get a bit of a faster start on the game. And that is exactly what we want to do, guys. We are going to want to go ahead and pack-a-punch as fast as we possibly can. And like I said, what you ideally want to pack-a-punch is the GS45s if you do have them available as a Kimbo, because we know how broken they are in game. So I definitely recommend, if you've got them, you just pack-a-punch the GS45s because they are going to make this strategy a whole lot easier. But you can do this with any weapon, guys. If you are trying to get camos or anything like that, you can use any other weapon. It is going to be available. It's going to be viable. I just personally prefer the GS45s simply because it makes this strategy just a little bit easier. You know, you've got a few zombies that are going to be near you, so it's easy with the GS45s to get away from them. You're never really going to struggle with the GS45s. But all, like I said, guys, we're simply going to do is start off the game and just try and get to those higher rounds and just get to the pack-a-punch machine off the rip. That's the very first thing we want to do, is just complete the first few steps of the map and just be able to progress through the map so we can start getting different rooms unlocked, get to different perks, and overall just be in a good position. So all I'm simply going to do, guys, is just get some points together and get through to the higher rounds, so then I can show you guys exactly what you want to do. So you haven't got to sit and just watch me brainlessly kill low round zombies for the next 5 minutes. I'll just do all of this bit off camera so you guys can see exactly what it is that we get up to actually do the strategy itself. Okay, guys, so we are now in a position where we can finally pack-a-punch. So that is exactly what we are going to do. Like I said, I'm going to pack-a-punch the GS45s, as they do just make this strategy the slightest little bit easier because they are, of course, very, very broken in game. But like I said, you don't necessarily need them as a necessity. Like, they're not the crucial thing to have. So what you now want to do, guys, is grab this zip line over to this building. And some of you may have seen this strategy before. Some of you may not have seen this strategy. So once we're on here, we're going to come to this little area here, and we are going to open up this door as soon as we have enough essence to do so. We need about 100 now, so it shouldn't take us too long to be able to crack that open. One more zombie kill is going to be perfect, and we'll be able to do that. So guys, what we're going to do for this strategy now is we're going to come to this little door, we're going to open it, and we are going to just simply stand on the edge here. Then we can just fire our GS45s into this little alleyway, just like so, taking care of all the zombies that are trying to come towards us. Definitely recommend you get PhD flopper if you can, because of course you're using the GS45s, you are going to need PhD as and where you can get it. We'll go ahead and get PhD flopper, but that is essentially all you're going to do, guys, is just stand in that little area and just fire your GS45s or whatever weapon you've got at the zombies that are coming, and you can quite easily hold them off. I'm not going to lie, it's a really good area just to hold zombies off, and it's been a strategy that a lot of people have used throughout Liberty Falls being out anyway. Like, whether that was doing the camo grind or anything along those lines, it's been a method that a lot of people have already been using. Okay, so now that we do have PhD flopper, guys, we're going to go straight back to that little area where we just were. Like I said, we're going to go over to the left-hand side up here, on top of the graveyard area, grab that zip line all the way across, and then go to stand back in our little spot where we can just spray our GS45s. We're going to jump this, we're going to go all the way back over here, and then we are going to be perfectly set up. And what I would recommend you do, guys, is stay here until around about round 30, as that is once XP starts capping. Once you get to about round 30, you're simply just going to want to leave the game, guys. So there we go, we've got manglers spawning in. The GS45s are easily going to take care of the manglers. You can then just keep firing at it, and now that we've got PhD flopper, we're not losing any health, which is exactly what we want to be seeing. But as you can see, that round is already finished and over with. Like, it's very, very easy round to just hold off. So yeah, Jug's going to be great if you can get Jug. The one thing with it is it slows down the spawn rate if you open any other doors or any other zip lines on this building. So that is why ideally you only want to have that one zip line that we used to get here open, and then have this door open. If you can just keep both of those open and no other doors, your spawn rates are going to be so much faster. But if you do want to go ahead and get Jug, you can go ahead and grab it if you want to. You can open that door. Like I said, it just means the spawn rates are going to be slightly slower, which isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world. It does give you a little bit more time to reload your weapons if you need to or do anything like that. So, you know, I would recommend, if you can, you just keep all the doors closed and have only this zip line here and this door open. If you open any of the others, it is going to slow it down, but you can do whatever you really want to do, guys. As I said, the rounds are going to get more intense anyway, so it is entirely up to you what it is that you do want to go ahead and do at some point. But again, another round spawned in. We're just going to fire our GS45s, and we're going to keep using them like this until they get a little bit weaker. Then, of course, once they get a little bit weaker, all we are simply going to go ahead and do is go ahead and Pack-a-Punch them up to Pack-a-Punch 2, Pack-a-Punch 3, etc, etc. But remember, guys, there is actually no salvage or, you know, weapon rarity or anything like that in this game mode, so you can only Pack-a-Punch your weapons. But yeah, like I said, just stay here until around about round 30, round 35, and then once you get to a very maximum of round 40, you do not want to be doing this method after round 40, simply because the XP just isn't going to be good enough. You're not going to get enough XP to make it worth your while. So I would just recommend, if you are going to do this method, you do it until around about round 30, round 35, maximum round 40, but I would usually get out around about round 30 because that is when your XP does really start capping. But yeah, guys, this is just a really, really easy XP strategy for you guys that are enjoying playing the game right now. Like I said, this is a good method for those of you that don't like doing necessarily glitches and you'd rather have a good XP strategy. This is more what this is. I know a lot of you guys do enjoy your glitches, but I know some of you guys don't enjoy glitches, and you'd actually find a nice strategy where you still have to play the game. There's still a bit of skill involved rather than mindlessly just being AFK or getting XP. So this is more of a strategy rather than a glitch, but I definitely recommend you do try it out if you are looking to level up quickly in a Black Ops 6, guys. A very, very nice Black Ops 6 zombie strategy on the brand new game mode, and you're also going to get nice good gobblegum drops and stuff like that as well, guys. So yeah, definitely recommend you do go ahead and try it out if you haven't already. But I appreciate you guys watching all 8 times today's video. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.